What's up? It's Keith. I have a question for you window cleaners in the comments. I'm calling around my town to other professional window cleaners, and it's about when you pull up on a job and you clean dirty windows to reveal pre-existing scratches, and the customer's saying, "That wasn't there before," and you're like, "That's a $10,000 window, right?" Glass scratch waiver protection forms, doing pre-trip inspections, even if you're not even scraping any windows, which we're not scraping any windows. We do it once in a while, and now we're never doing it ever again because I don't even want to face that. Well, I won't say ever again because it's but I want to see what you say in the comments about this, because you can't see certain scratches in windows or haze marks if the window's filthy. And then a lot of times when you do quotes, a lot of people are at work and you have to walk around the property from the outside and give them an estimate. If you say, nope, we have to be there when you're home from work after 6 p.m. when you get home, and we have to walk inside of every house with the checklist and do a full tree pre-trip inspection and then educate you about fabrication debris on glass and make you sign documents. If you do that, you're literally going to have to charge extraordinary amounts to clean people's windows because of all the time and energy it's going to take to go into that. I did try doing that and it wasn't freaking working at all, because that's got to the point where it was absurd, at least for the level of my business. And this is pretty powerful stuff here, because I just cleaned a house outside only with the water-fed pool, and a $10,000 window had a big 45 degree angle scuff in it, which I obviously do, and I showed it to the lady, and the lady goes, "That wasn't there before." And I'm like, I took out the water-fed pole, and I said, "Give me your fingertips," and I had her feel the water-fed pole brush, and I showed her our documents about glass scratch waiver protection. I showed her, and she goes, "Yeah, you're right, that couldn't scratch the glass." I'm like, "See, I didn't scratch your glass." But I don't even want that to be an issue. But the thing is, I didn't even see that scratch because the window was filthy. How do you, professional window cleaners as well, deal with that? Because it really does come down to the credibility with your customer, and confidence covers a lot of things. If you tick one customer off the wrong way, or let's just say they get upset about something, or they get a thought. Remember that video with Stanley Genetic about thoughts? You could end up in a small claims court over that, defending yourself, and they're probably not going to take you to court over it, and they're probably not going to win. But if you don't have your act together, you're not aware and well-educated, something like this happened. Am I overanalyzing? Yes and no. But as you grow a company, you get to the point where, I talked to a guy who owned a very large lawn landscape and fertilizing company on the phone just like about a month ago. And he said you get to the point in your contracts with customers, you're like, "We will eat weeds all the way down to 1 inch thick." Like, you get so descriptive that you got to become a freaking attorney and make them sign stacks of contracts and documents and DocuSign over email, and sit there and give them and you wonder why when you're on the phone, like with a service provider, like your cell phone company or something or anything, and they're sitting there, blah, 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 and if we could repeat what you said, Mr. Johnson, blah, 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 and you're like, "Dude, can you just turn on my fucking phone?" It's because of all this stuff. You get more and more professionals. Kind of like there's a river and there's river banks. You got to have the river banks so the river can flow through it. If you don't have the river banks, which is structure and documentation and all this stuff, then your business could just go anyway. Okay, let me know in the comments about this stuff.